Okay guys, for this project we're going to be making close-up pumpkins. It's called close crop. So we are going to be drawing a pumpkin. You want to start in the middle of your paper and we're going to make a curve for the bottom of your stem. A curve. Then you can make your stem one of two ways. It can be kind of a curly stem that goes off the page, or it can be just a simple stem where you have kind of that oval top on it. Now, if you want to make the curly stem that goes off the page, you would first make your line and then you would repeat it, but I would kind of like stop and repeat the other side and then come to meet it, and then this little line here I would erase so that it looks like this piece is going on top of that piece. And you know, you can make it curl any which way. So I kind of curled like this one I curled like that. Once you finish your stem, then we're going to start making our pumpkin towards the corner of the page. So from each side of your stem, right on the sides where it ends, that smiley line ends, you're going to make a curve that comes out slightly and then goes towards the corner of the page. And that's the middle of my pumpkin. I'm going to repeat that. From each side of the stem, you make a curve that goes out and then towards the corner of the page. It doesn't have to perfectly touch it, as long as it's kind of coming out towards the corner. Then our next line is going to come out just a little bit more. So it's going to come out a little bit more on each side. Okay, so I'm kind of starting about the same spot. I'm going to come out a little bit more on each side. So you want a decent amount of space in between the first line that we made and this second line that comes out. For our next line, as we build our pumpkin, you want to come up a little bit on the stem. So I'm not starting in the exact same place. I'm coming up a little bit on my stem, and then I'm coming out. Once again, make sure you have a decent space. It shouldn't be too close together. If you make it too close together, you're not going to have space to add the colors to make it look rounded and dimensional. So it can't be quite that close together. Okay, you need to leave some space. So now I have some more space. So we started with our original lines. We added two more. We have to do it at least one more time. So I'm going up just a little bit more on my pumpkin and coming out. Okay. Coming up a little bit more on my stem and coming out on my pumpkin. Now, you can stop here growing your pumpkin, or if you feel like you need a little bit more, you could add another. That kind of depends on what your feel of your pumpkin is. I think this one is done. Then we need to make the back of the pumpkin. See how I have kind of a gap right here? So now I'm starting kind of at the top of my pumpkin and I'm curving in towards my stem, and then the last piece kind of connects one side to the other. Now, be cautious. I've had people just add weird random like lump-a-bumps on top of the pumpkin that just look like it's deformed. Okay, you don't want it to come up super high. Okay, it's just kind of that smooth line that would be about the same amount as the other ones, to kind of finish your pumpkin off. Now, if you have the curly one, sometimes I like to add some extra vines coming back in to my pumpkin to kind of finish it off. You can add leaves. Let's see. Add a leaf on this one. Add the veins to my leaves here. Okay, and that kind of finishes it off and makes it look complete. I could maybe just add like one leaf on this guy. Then I might have to erase a little bit of my pumpkin, which is fine. Just have that leaf kind of coming off my stem. And of course, I make the spiky leaves. You could just have like a simple structured leaf, but try to have some veins on it, some of these leaf veins, so it looks kind of like, well, a leaf. Okay, and then we have our pumpkin drawn.